Some of you guys know that I had to buy 27 meters of Velcro. At the time I only needed a little piece. Well, I'm going to put it to good use. Velcro, TP-Link Wi-Fi extender. Yes, I finally got it to work. Took somebody's suggestion and copied the disc to a thumb drive. This thing doesn't have a disc player, so I had to do it that way and it worked. Let's not forget the glasses. Okay.
What are we going to do about this? This is going to keep happening. Doing the offshore thing, moving abroad. You know, there's more to it than meets the eye.
Because when you're in a hostel with bad internet, this thing plugs into the USB, and I don't want this thing falling off the bed or whatever. So I want to put it here. I've got the whiteboard marker here.
We just talk about stuff that a lot of people don't want to address. I mean, you see oodles and oodles and oodles of videos on YouTube of people just videotaping their touristing. You know, they're like going to a mercado and paying $1 for 3 avocados when they should be getting 6 or 8.
I've got a stack of water bills here. We've been here 5 years. I'm going to do a comparison from when we first moved here 5 years ago, from 2011 to 2016. I'm going to put my rose-colored glasses on and hope for the best.
I don't have a problem with tourists paying tourist prices. I don't care. My problem is when I show up after them, I get treated like them. So what are we going to do about this? The locals have their ways and they have their things they can get for local price. We ferret this stuff out most of the time, but we don't always do that. Like when we go to a new place, we have to do it all over again. You have to ferret out this stuff all over again. Like in Salinas, we don't live here. And so that means we have to ferret out where to get sea salt again. Because in Cuenca, we know where to go get it. It's 10 cents a pound.
Are people going to say you sound like you're whining?
I'm just saying, this is what our experiences are.
Clearly the trend is not my friend here. It's up, and according to the $20 to $35, the rates have at least tripled on the water. What are we going to do about this, Delta? Are you going to chip in? Are you going to chip in?
It seems like foreigners get special treatment.
And special prices.
The only two solutions I can think of, one of them is, as I said earlier, ferret out the way things locals do them and make an effort, be diligent, and ferret things out and eventually learn what to do. But you know, when you come to a small place like Salinas, right, because they say it's only 5,000 people, it takes no time at all for the rentals to just shoot up $800 to $1,200. And the only thing you can get for a local rate is what the foreigners won't take.
What are we going to do about this, Delta? Are you going to chip in?
So that's where it's at. Unless you get there first, you can get there first, and that works for a while, like the house we've got in Cuenca. We went outside the Gringo alleys before anybody else was doing it, and we snagged ourselves a house for $250. But that's on its way out. That lasts a while till the landlord wants the house.
He wants to build on top, on the road.
For one reason or another, that's only going to last for a while. Till you move. Till you have to move or till you decide to move.
Busy kitchen right now. Wow. Really busy kitchen. What are you making there?
Mayonnaise.
Oh, let's see. Really good.
You can't just show up and ask a real estate agent to show you property. All he's got's $800 to $1,200. That's all he got. And here's the thing. You pay that much in rent, everybody in the neighborhood finds out how much you're paying in rent. That's why the taxi drivers used to ask in Cuenca how much you're paying for rent. Because the rumor gets out how much foreigners pay for rent. It's ridiculous. A guy's working all month making $300 and you show up and pay $800 to $1,200 in rent. How does that make you look? I wouldn't want neighbors that look at me that way. So the question was, what are we going to do about it?
Angelo's homemade mayonnaise. Okay, you've got garlic powder, oregano, and what else?
Vinegar.
But didn't you put a little bit of mustard in the mayonnaise?
Yeah.
He's making his mayonnaise taste really herby-ish.
It's salad dressing.
Oh, he's making a salad dressing.
We don't want to just say, oh, it's too expensive here now, time to leave, you know.
Are you making enough for me?
Nope.
The way the international retirement magazines do things, the places get it too expensive in 5 years or less. So yeah, you can be as diligent as possible, but as long as you're dependent on somebody selling you something for a reasonable price, they can always change your mind. Then when the locals can't even afford food and they get resentful, then the crime rates shoot up. And like you say, the only other thing you can do is go somewhere that isn't being pumped all over the retirement press is some greatest, latest paradise, which is just a marketing gimmick
For themselves, so they can
for themselves, so they can
Sell their
profit.
property.
It's a big profit center.
do their seminars and stuff.
Yeah. Those are the two things. You can be as diligent as possible, but at some point when the foreigners overrun the place, like in Panama is overrun. I would classify Panama as overrun with foreigners. I just feel like at some point a place gets so overrun that the diligence just is going nowhere. What are we going to do about this, Delta?
Success.